Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the standouts coming out of really, the early weeks of camp. So, is it serious? Oh, dang, dude. We're in camp mode, training camp mode. So, training camp, like I said, a couple of weeks in already. So, we already burnt through July, coming up on August. So, we got a good three more weeks of camp, and September will be here. Football, it has come like that. All right, so I love it. I love football. We did get the Hall of Fame game yesterday. I watched a little bit here and there, but Cowboys football, that's where it's at. We got to make that run, and it all starts in camp. The foundation for your team starts in training camp, and you build on that with the installation and that kind of thing. So we want to take a moment to really acknowledge some players that are standing out. All right, you do want to give recognition to these players. We know it's camp. We know it's not live action football, but you still want to recognize, these things that are happening to these young players, this young team. All right, so I'm gonna get into my list here real quick. Obviously, I can't cover all of them, but these are the guys that are coming to my mind, to what I'm seeing, throughout the last couple of weeks, and what I'm reading as well from reports. Okay, so the first one on my list, Jordan Lewis. All right, Jordan Lewis coming into camp here. He's always had that chip on his shoulder, just coming out here making plays all over the place. So some fans want to trade him. I've never been a part of that faction. I've always liked Jordan Lewis. We got him as a steal in the third round. He was a first round talent. Some of the off-field crap that happened to him at Michigan kind of dropped his stock a little bit. We got a steal on this player. All right, he's in the back pocket of a lot of these receivers. Can play, slot, physical. He's going to be in your face. He's going to make you earn every part of your route. And that's what Chris Richard likes about this player. I think too much is made about the measurables of Jordan Lewis. If you can play in this league, you can play, and you can make these plays that turn the tide. We saw what he did in that Saints game. All right, so playmakers, we need more of them, more players that are able to force turnovers. Jordan Lewis is in that class. All right. The next player that's standing out so far, Reggie, the young wide receiver out of Georgia, has pretty good speed. He's able to to catch this ball beautifully and, high point the ball and catch it, snatch it out with his hands. He's not a body catcher, and I like the speed. So, he made some noise in minicamp, and he's continuing to stack good practices. So, and John Vic Johnson as well. He's another player. I don't have any footage on him, but I'm sure you guys have seen some of his stuff out there. They're making a lot of plays. They are going to take somebody's job. Noah Brown and these kinds of guys that are missing time, out of here. They're out of here. Lance Lenore, out of here. All right, this was the worst season, and it's going to be like this moving forward, to miss time because someone's going to come out here to take your job, and it's happening right now. And good, because we need more youth on here to help, this team, especially offensively speaking. The next player that is looking good, our rookie, our second round pick, Tristan Hill. He's looking good out there, looking fast off the ball, fast off the snap. His get off is amazing. He looks like he has the potential to be a very special player for us, especially at a position that we haven't had a good talent there since Jason Hatcher, really. And that was like a one-year wonder for him, where he had like 11 sacks or something that year. But if you can get that kind of production from your defensive tackle, your under tackle, 3-tech player, you're in business, all right? You're going to open up other opportunities for your ends. Your linebackers are going to be able to roam around more, maybe even send some on a blitz package. Jalen Smith comes to mind, and that kind of thing. But he's looking good. Him and Connor Williams going head to head. They're looking good. Connor Williams, honorable mention to him. I think the weight of bulking up has really helped him getting here under Mark Colombo, who's going to want you to be physical. He's going to bring that physical play out of you. All right, so I think we're seeing a better player in year 2 out of Connor Williams. I think that's a good thing for us. All right, we want him to succeed. Dorance Armstrong is another one. I liked him last year. The plays that he got, during the season, he had some people on skates. All right, he's a very powerful player. and he's got some moves. He has some moves, and very versatile player there at Kansas. Played the run well, played the pass well. Rushed the quarterback. I mean, right now, to be honest, he's better than Taco Charlton. All right, he really is. You see more stuff in his bag, more tools, pass rushing moves. Looks faster out, doesn't look stiff. Taco hasn't looked bad, but it hasn't looked good. He just looks the same. I don't see the progression there. I am still pulling for him, but right now I have Dorrance Armstrong ahead of him in the pecking order. I think he's just a better player right now. All right, and then I have two more players here that are looking good as well, and that's Cooper Rush. I think he's looking early on, and we'll see what they do in the preseason. But talking early, he's looking pretty good here in camp. He's looking better than Mike White, in my opinion. The anticipation is there, like we saw his rookie year. You saw good anticipation from Cooper Rush's rookie season, where the ball was just there, and all the receiver had to do was open his hands, and the ball was there. I'm seeing a lot of that in the camp footage. He's looking good. Blake Jarwin, he's looking good. All right. Jason Witten's gonna get his snaps, obviously, but you cannot forget about Blake Jarwin. He's making plays, and you do want to have somebody to eventually take over full time in that position. Blake Jarwin, I think, is having another solid camp. He had a pretty good camp last year as well, so we need to keep an eye on that. He had a good camp. Preseason was okay. Regular season took him a while to really, catch fire there at the end of the season. So, sometimes you do have to temper your excitement and expectation, because some players do really good in camp, and when preseason comes and regular season, they kind of level off. Hopefully Blake is not one of these players, but he is looking good again in training camp. I would say he's looking better, as a matter of fact. So you want to see that progression from him. So I like that. And the other one, more of an honorable mention, is Cedric Wilson. He's out there making plays. He's out there being physical. Obviously, he's shaking off some of the rust. He missed last season, but he's out there. He's out there making some catches, diving for catches, making some connections there with Cooper Rush and that kind of thing. So these young wide receivers, they're gonna take some jobs. They're gonna take some jobs, and Cedric Wilson is definitely in the mix. So I like that. I like that a lot. So those are my guys that have really stood out thus far in training camp. I'm sure there's others that have done well as well. I mean, there are, but you can't really talk about everybody. But those are the ones that have really stuck out for me. All right, let me know what you guys think about these players, how they can impact the Cowboys for the 2019 season. We're almost here. All right, and our first preseason game is also here. So next weekend, okay, next week, we're going to see these guys in action and have a really good look at how they look when the lights come on. All right, we'll see how it goes. But let me know what you guys think. Hit subscribe on this if you haven't already. Continue to put out content for you guys. It's been really fun. Shout out to everybody that was able to jump into the limited seats for the Cowboys Blog Fantasy League. I appreciate that. Remember to hit us up on Cowboys Huddle, the podcast with me and Foots the King, Cowboys Nation. Follow us on iTunes, Google Play, and SoundCloud. We're getting a lot of growth from you guys. We really do appreciate you guys. We see the numbers growing, so thank you all of you guys. All right, but continue to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you for the next video. Thanks, guys.